Hello YouTubers, it's Michelle, and I am here today finally with a room tour of my craft room. I've been saying for the longest time that I was going to do a tour, and I just have never got around to it, and then when I feel like getting around to it, it's like my room is a mess. So, the last month or so prior to this video, I had spent on deep cleaning my room from ceiling to floor. And I kind of feel like it's pretty well cleaned up now to where I'm not so ashamed of it, to where I feel like I can share. So I thought I would do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to break this up in 3 parts because my room is quite large, and I did want to share, some of my organizational tips and things. And in order to do that, I don't want the video to be 2 hours long. So, um, what I think that I'm going to do is on this video here, I'm just going to show you pretty much a brief overlook of my room and things. And then my room is split up into 2 different sides. And so then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a part 2 and a part 3. And like part 2 will be one side of my room and part 3 will be the other side of my room. And I will go into more detail on those videos as to how I organize things and what's in what and stuff like that. So if all you just basically want to do is just to see what my room looks like, this is probably the video that you want to watch. If you want to see some more of my organizational tips and what's in my drawers and what's behind the cabinet doors and things like that, then you might want to watch part 2 and 3. So, I'm going to start out and let you know that when we moved into this house, it had a enclosed front porch, but it was not finished. I mean, it was enclosed and everything, but there was no drywall up or nothing like that. And so what we did is we put the drywall up and insulation and stuff like that, and then ran some power, some outlets and things out here for electricity and stuff like that. And this became my scrap room. So this is basically the enclosed porch at the front of our house. So there is the front door. And so this is the one side of my room. Like I said, I basically say that my room's split up into 2 sides. So I have a lot of the Jet Max cubes from Michael's, and then also when Target had them too, I got some there as well. So these are my Jet Max cubes, and basically what's in those is like my go-to things that I get most often and stuff, like adhesive, some of my cutters and stuff like that. So I keep a lot of my products that I need right away in there. And there's my little caddy that I got at Michael's, I believe, several years ago, and I use it for crops, but I never take everything out of it because that way it's always packed for my crops and stuff. And it has a lot of my things that I use on an everyday basis. So uh, when I am crafting out here and stuff, it's right there at my fingertips too. So I have all of that. Then here is a little container that I got, or like a tilt bin thing, but it's not really tilt bins. It's just like, the drawers that pull out that they use for tools and stuff. I got this at Walmart several years ago, and I absolutely love it. I keep saying that I'm going to spray paint it because everything pretty much out here is white, black, or green. And so I keep saying that I'm going to spray paint it either white or black to go with my room decor, but I just haven't gotten around to it. The little container is up above it, just has some little miscellaneous odd and things. But what I keep in here basically is a lot of little doodads and things. And I don't have my drawers labeled. Now, if you were just someone who was coming over here and looked there, you wouldn't know what was in the drawers. But me, I get in them so often that I pretty much know. When I go to get something, I pretty much know what drawer it's in by now. So that's not really a big problem for me. And then right there is my silhouette. And I have it put on a 3-tier bin that's on rollers, so I can roll it in and out. and roll it over to my computer real easily when I want to plug it in. And then inside that bin, I have on the top shelf, or the top bin, I have all of my cutting stuff for my silhouette, and like my pads, or my uh, cutting mats, and my blades and stuff like that, my vinyl and everything that I use for that. And then in the two bottom drawers, I have a lot of Prima flowers and miscellaneous flowers and stuff like that. So this right here is where I craft, and where you see me on YouTube when I do my videos is the table that I do my videotaping on. That's my ot light that a friend of mine has been so graciously nice enough to let me borrow for the last couple of years, because at one point I did have a wood table out here, and when I had the wood table I had lights that clamped onto the side of the table, and I absolutely loved those lights. But when I switched over to this white plastic table, those clamps would not stay on the table. They kept working themselves off, and I needed some overhead light, because I only have one overhead light out here, and it's right in the middle of the room. It's not very bright, so I needed some lighting to do my crafting in the evening, because I am a night owl. And so she was so gracious enough to let me borrow this ot light. So I've had it for several years, and thankfully she's not asked for it back. But you know, when she does, I'll give it back. But I absolutely love it. So I'll take you for a little tour of my table, I guess. Um, right there is my glue gun, of course, that I got at Hobby Lobby. And then behind that is some shelves, and basically I just keep some miscellaneous cardstock in there, and if I'm working on a project I might put that in there. But that is just on the top shelf is just some flowers, and then I've got some miscellaneous sprays and stuff in that little white cube there. Then I have some tilt bins here that I purchased at a yard sale at my local scrapbook store, and I just have miscellaneous things in there. Of course, I have my tape, my hand sanitizer, some stick pins, and just some miscellaneous things right there. My wipes for my table. And then there's my tool caddy, and basically all the tools that have not fit into my little caddy that I showed you in the very beginning that I take to crops. If they don't fit in there, or I don't take them to crops, then they're basically in here. This here is just a cute little picture, or not cute little picture. It did have a picture, the little thing on there with the M&M. It did have a picture of my doggy, but now it has a card that a friend of mine made for me. And then I have a frame that I got in a swap with my fur babies. And then that one, that thing there, the canvas in front of the frame, is something that I made at a Tim Holtz class at CHA a few years ago. Then I have my iPod docking station. And below that is just some more drawers with some bling in it. Below that is a little box that I got several years ago. It's for stamps and stuff, and I keep some of my miscellaneous stamps in there. That there is my Tim Holtz uh, luggage thing that I got Tuesday morning that everybody was getting, and I use mine to store my inks and stuff. And definitely, if you want to, see some, like I said, if you want to see some organizational tips, definitely watch part 2 and 3, because I want to show you some different organizational tips with my inks and stuff that I had learned from some other YouTubers. And then I have some containers back there that have some odd and end flowers and sprays. And then the top clear one has my sponges and foam brushes and stuff like that in it. And then I was going to show you that. I'm going to pull my chairs out. Up underneath my table, I also have another 3-tier cart, and it stores all of my fabrics and different things in there. And then I have my light distress tool, and I have my friend's embossing gun on there because mine burn up. And I have another glue gun, which is not the large, it's the larger tip. I have that on top of there. and so I can easily access it, plug it in and stuff. And then over there you see some more containers, and that those are filled with mostly Prima and Recollection stuff. And then I have another container at the top there that's full of stickers. Then those other containers, they have some miscellaneous flowers and things in them. So that's all up under there. I'm going to try not to make you guys sick because I am holding this camera. I was also going to show you right there is a little container that I keep under my desk for projects that I'm currently working on. And as you can see, it's kind of full. So I am currently working on a mini album, which I'll hopefully be able to share with you in the next day or two. Okay, so then over here we have another drawer unit, and I basically have some miscellaneous things in there. It's got like my felt, my ribbon, and yarns and different things in there. And of course I have my cup holders too on each end of my table. Absolutely love those. Those are from Creative Memories. I love those things. And then there in the corner I have my crop bag and another little tote that I've got full of stuff for projects that I can work on when I go to crops. Then back here is my wall of paper. And yes, I do mean paper because all of those cubes there, they came from Target. And I love them because they have doors on them and stuff. So all my paper is safe from sunlight, dust, and all that stuff because I do get a lot of natural light out here because as you can see, I have lots and lots of windows, which a lot of people would like that, but honestly, I wish I just had this one big window maybe and that it, because it is a dust magnet out here because of all the light. So anyway, so I was glad that I got these cubes and stuff with doors on them, so I ordered those especially from Target. I think I ordered them online, and it was years and years ago, so I don't even know if they have them anymore. But when I say this is my wall of paper, I mean it because I'm going to open just one, and that is paper. And that is single sheets of paper. This is not even my stacks of paper. So a bunch of these are full of nothing but like single sheets of paper and paper pads and packs and stuff like that. And then I think a couple may have some miscellaneous odd end things, but for the majority it's paper. So then over here I have some more little plastic containers, and those are all full of buttons. That there is my little fiber containers. There's just some miscellaneous things up there on top. That there is a frame that I made at CHA. These are just some projects that I've done. And there I have my little Xyron X machine, and that's my little paper shredder. It's a mini paper shredder, and I love that for little projects and stuff. This right here, I keep all of my 6x6 and smaller basil scraps, and I have it all organized, which I will share in another video. That's another caddy that I have, and it's got some spray bottles and different things in it. That is my candle warmer for my tarts and stuff that I got from Candles by Victoria, which I absolutely love her stuff. This is another thing that I absolutely love. It's my paint holder, and it swivels, and it holds all my paints. So it holds all my acrylic paints. I got this at Michael's several years ago. They do not have them anymore. I wish they did because I would have another one. As you can see, this one's pretty well full. And then there in the corner, I have my paper shredder. So then over here, I have some more drawers. They're Jetmax drawers and stuff from Michael's. And I also have some more of the plastic containers. These plastic containers here, the shelves they hold most of my stuff for like printing, like my printer paper and photo paper, stuff like that, transparencies, things. And then I have another drawer that I think that has some of my cards in it and some packaging material. And then I think the bottom drawer has some stuff for clay making and stuff like that. Then here is my Clip It Up, and as you can see, I use my Clip It Up to store a lot of my acrylic stamps. So I do keep them in the package, but this is the easiest way I find to do that. And then here's some more of my Jetmax cubes that I said I had, and I keep some projects that are currently unfinished, and as you can see, it's pretty well full. So I have a lot of unfinished projects. Didn't realize I had that many until I started cleaning my room and came up with all of them, and I was like, my goodness, I'm going to be busy, busy, busy just getting these projects done. And then on the bottom shelf there, just have some miscellaneous things. It's like lint brushes and my little plug-ins for my Febreze smelly things and stuff like that. And in that bottom drawer I have most of my wooden stamps, because I do not have very many wooden stamps at all, because I don't like them because they take up so much space. So that's that. Then this cabinet here that you see is my computer cabinet. I'll open it up. As you can see, it stores my computer, and my printers down there, and then on that bottom right, our bottom shelf there, it is a bin, and it's full of chipboard books and stuff to alter. So that's where I keep all of my computer stuff and inks, just discs and all that stuff. So nothing real fun in there, really. Then on top, you'll see that is where I have a lot of my different creations that I've made, and a few creations that other people have made me as well. All of that. And then over here, I have some more of those cubes that I got at Target, and these here are all full of nothing but stacks. These are stacks of paper. So, by different various companies. Then there is just some containers of some of my bling and stuff. That's where I store all my bling. And then that thing in the back there, that is actually a jewelry case that I got from my local Ben Franklin store when they went out of business. And I absolutely love it because I store a bunch of my eyelets and brads and little doodads in there. And I so wished I would have got more of them because it locks and everything. It's a really nice case. And up there, I have my Tim Holtz tag that Tim Holtz made at CHA last year, I believe it was. And then he signed for me. So I have it on display. Then I have some more recollection stuff. And then this is my little armoire, white armoire that's got different things in it. Got my little dry erase board for things that I need to pick up and stuff. And as you can see, I have a heat embosser on there because of my burn-up, so I definitely need to get one of those. And then on top there, I have in those cases, that's where I store my laces and stuff. In that top green bin there, I think it has flowers, and in that one there, I think it has some chipboard. And then that is some albums that, it was an album kit that I got off of QVC. And it's a couple of albums that I still haven't finished, but about halfway through, so it's a little kit. Then this is inside of my armoire. And I keep everything in clear shoe boxes and stuff, as you can see. And it's just a lot of doodads and stuff. Like I said, I'll go more in depth as to what's in there and, you know, how I'm storing stuff and everything. But that is all of that. Okay. So we're going to turn around. Hopefully I don't make you sick. So there's my front door again. And this is the other side of my room. And I'll give you a really brief show my room. Okay, so that's the other side. Okay, so over here we have some more of the Jetmax cubes, and basically what I have in there is just odd and things. I mean, it's like I got wire stuff, I know, and stickers and just different things. And just like I said, odd and things, and I'll show more in depth that stuff. This here is actually a sewing organizational thing on wheels that they had at Joann's several years ago that I got, but I actually got it to use as my cutting station. So I have my vintage machine up there, and I have my cinch behind that, and then I have my um, book of dies and stuff, the ones that are like magnetic. I have that book of dies there. This part here just raises up, and I have like all of my platforms, extra platforms and stuff under there. And then in the drawers I've got my punches, and I have some of my larger Sizzix dies and stuff in there. So a really nice way to store those. That there is just some miscellaneous stuff, and some things that I can take to like crops and stuff to put stuff in. Then this here is paper rack that I got at my Ben Franklin's when they went out of business, and it's full of nothing but stacks of paper. And of course my trash can. And then again, I have some more of the Jetmax cubes over here, and these are full of lots of different miscellaneous stuff too. Um, I have some clear shoe boxes over there that are full of nothing but pretty much sprays and page pebbles and stuff like that. And I think one's got some ribbon in it maybe. Um, and like I said, these Jetmax cubes, they have different variety of things in it. I store my Sizzix dies in there. I store embellishments, stickers, alphabet stickers, different things. Just for a second. Those there are some of my ribbon pieces, miscellaneous ribbon pieces, and I have them all organized by color, as you can see. So I have all the different colors. Okay. And then there's my Shelby baby. Shelby! Shelby, are you going to say hi? Yeah. She's lounging in her chair. And this is an old cabinet that my mom has had before I was born. And I store all of my flowers. Well, not all of them, but the majority of them. They're all stored up in here. I have them stored in different containers and things like that. So that's where I put all of that. And then here is another container, and I have my I Am Roses and my Wild Orchid Crafts all stored in here. And then that drawer there where you see the package, that is my new drawer for Julie the paper bag lady, because I have a feeling I'm going to be making more and more visits to her store, so she's going to have her own little drawer, I think, because I absolutely love doilies. So that's that. And then back over here is how I display my ribbon. Is basically what I did is I took some of the I think they're called 3M hooks that you can put on your wall, and I put those on the wall, and then I just took a curtain rod and ran it across there, and then I hang all of my ribbons by a yard full, and then what was left I put in those containers that I just showed you where I said it was like ribbon scraps. But there's a yard of each ribbon, that I have or whatever on there. And I don't know, you can't really see, but it's there. You know, I've got all the different colors and stuff, and it's hard to tell because it's all back there. But yeah, that's all my ribbon. I have a ton of ribbon. Oh, I forgot to say that's some miscellaneous flowers. That's a lot of the flowers that I've gotten from handmade flower swaps and stuff. So I have them all in there. And then this up here is my shelf of these are cropper hopper cubes, and I actually like these a whole lot better than the Jet Max. They're a whole lot more sturdier, a whole lot nicer, you know, as far as quality wise. But they quit making them, so that totally stinks. But yeah, I like these a lot better. They're larger too, but they're a lot better quality. So up here I have a lot of the handmade things that, you know, different people have made me. And have my little dress form back there. And then I have the clocks that I'm wanting to alter. That is some of my Hobby Lobby flowers and just some miscellaneous little flowers. That there is nothing but die cuts with a view and recollection stacks. And that up there is some more, I think, chipboard. And then all of these drawers, they're all themed out. I have all of my stickers and embellishments themed out by categories. So I'm just going to show you one drawer. This is, I'm going to show you this one here. As you can see, I just have a ton of embellishments in there. And this is like my boy drawer. This is everything that, you know, is boy related. And I'll show you one more. Like this one here. It is nothing but girl related stuff, and then the top one is girl related too. So I have two drawers for girl stuff. But that's how I have all of these drawers themed out. You know, I have boy, girl, animal, flowers, holidays, different things like that. And then in the open cubes, I have different miscellaneous things in there, like my Xyron, some close to my heart stamps. That's got all my chipboard, different things in that. So that is that. Then I have one more of these cabinets. And I absolutely love these cabinets because they hide everything. Although I do keep pretty much everything pretty well, you know, organized inside and stuff, but it still hides the mess. So these two green bins up here, they're full of lace. I'm wanting to get some more of those boxes that Michael's has. I'm going to get some more of those to store my lace in, but I haven't gotten them yet. But that's what they're going to go in. But for right now, they're in the little green bins. And then this is just some miscellaneous laces and some miscellaneous ribbon in those shoe boxes up there. And then I'm going to open this cabinet and show you what's inside here. That on top there is nothing but foam stamps. And then, of course, my tape guns. And that's where I have my Lindy stamp gang. And again, some more different shoe boxes with different things like stickles and some of my inks and just different things. And I have all my beading supplies and stuff down here. Again, some more shoe boxes with some more miscellaneous stuff that I'll go through in more in depth in the other videos. There are some things that I have for altering. This here is some of my magazines and stuff and different paperwork and stuff that I got from CHA. And then right here is all of my 8.5 by 11 cardstock papers and specialty papers. And I have them stored in these like magazine file things that a friend of mine picked up for me at IKEA a long time ago. Mary Beth, thank you so much if you're watching, because she's the one that picked them up for me, and it's been years and years ago. But I think the closest IKEA we have to us is like 4 or 5 hours away, so I've never been to a store before. So, and I wish we had one because I so want one of those expedite shelving units, but probably not going to happen. So anyway, that's where those come from, and they are perfect for storage for that. So that is that. So that pretty much wraps up the tour of my room. And again, I'll show you. That's what it looks like on that side. And over here. And this is pretty much what it looks like from this side. So, and that there is my teapot. I love that teapot. It's great for, throwing things in there before I could find a place to put them and stuff. I can put stuff in there, and then it's also great for picture props for my doggies and for little babies and just all kinds of different things. So I've used it for a lot of stuff, but I love my little teacup. I think I called it a teapot, but it's a teacup. So, I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and like I said, if you want to see some more in-depth on how I organize things and what's, like I said, what more is behind the drawers and the cabinet doors and stuff like that, definitely stay tuned to part 2 and part 3. So, I hope you enjoyed watching, and tell them bye, Shelby. Shelby. Shelby Lynn. Shelby Lynn. Are you going to tell them bye? Hey, girl. Hey. She says you're disturbing my sleep, Mama. So we want to tell everybody bye, and we hope you enjoyed the room tour. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.